Hello and welcome. My name is Oliver, and thank you so much for checking out Oliver Drakeford Therapy. This is my private practice right here in the middle of West Hollywood, California. I work mainly with adults, couples, and families, and I specialize in working in the local LGBTQ community, which I absolutely love. My elevator pitch on what it is that I do for a living goes like this. I help people with their relationships with their self, with others, and with their family. And I think that covers all of our bases, right? Because when one of those buckets is off, we tend to not live our full, most enriching, satisfying lives. The relationship with ourself is all about knowing ourselves, understanding what defenses we use, what's going on with our anxiety, depression, self-esteem, identity work. This is where a lot of my psychoanalytic training comes in terms of how I'm thinking about an individual. But what it looks like for someone in the room, it's probably me asking for a lot of feelings words. Improving and increasing emotional literacy is helpful in so many different ways. When you know what you're feeling, you can regulate them. When you can talk about your feelings, you can connect more deeply with other people. And when you know what you feel, your sense of self is more complete. Your self-identity becomes more fulfilled, and your sense of self has more solidity to it. The relationship that we have with other people is obviously really important too. That could mean your significant other, your partner, but also could be your friends and colleagues and bosses. And again, when relationships are off with anyone in that category, we're not really enjoying life as much as we could be. We tend to be struggling. And relationship with our family is really important because our family really defines who we are today. We learn some great habits from our family and not so good ones. Understanding our past is key to understanding who we are today, and perhaps gives us a blueprint into understanding who you are and how you operate in the world. My background and how I started here is a bit messy. I really wanted to get into psychoanalytic work, and that has been the foundation of what I've studied. If you're an actor, you kind of have to read some Shakespeare. I think psychoanalytic literature is the same thing. It's the foundation, it's the theory, it's where everything comes from. Since I graduated, I've leaned heavily into psychoanalytic training at LASPS, which is a local psychoanalytic chapter, ICP, Contemporary Psychoanalysis, and Modern Group Psychoanalysis in New York. It's really the foundation of my work. But I started working almost immediately with teens and families. And a lot of that psychoanalytic stuff had to go out the window because teens and families require a whole different approach. I've also leaned heavily into family systems work, which is understanding how we are in relationship to other people, understanding boundaries, patterns, communication, hierarchy and power is very important in couples and family work. Most recently, I've been spending my time really honing my approach to helping people with anxiety. And I've spent so much time in research understanding the intolerance of uncertainty, which is a relatively new field of study that explains so much about anxiety. Perfectionism, social anxiety, worrying, ruminating, overthinking, and even OCD and panic attacks. So I'm putting together an anxiety treatment program here, which I'm very excited to launch and tell you more about if you're interested. So hit follow and subscribe for more of this, and I look forward to hearing from you.